Shanahan's reaction to the pick. Initially, people were looking at the little video feed of the War Room, and there were some theories that he wasn't that enthusiastic. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he had to put on an act in the press conference. But my best perception of him in the press conference was that he was genuinely enthusiastic. Now, maybe he prefers Mac Jones, but it seems like he also likes Trey Lance and went on about his personality, how he carries himself like a CEO, how he's so smart. And no matter what you say about Mac Jones, he hasn't exactly carried himself like a CEO yet. Maybe he will. So it seems to me like Kyle's enthusiastic, which I think is key, because part of me was thinking, man, John's going to overrule him and Kyle's going to ask for a trade like Aaron Rodgers is. But it doesn't seem like that's happening right now. I don't know. Am I being too naive here? I'd be more skeptical.
No, I think when the pick was being made and they showed the picture of the War Room, it seemed like he was excited, like everybody in the room was excited, and he was too. And then they did show I saw on Twitter where they made the phone call to Lance, and it seemed like he was genuinely excited when he got on the phone to talk to him. You could hear Lance didn't know what he was going. He's like, well, hey, didn't you realize, like, weren't you vibing with us like we were? He said
vibing.
Yeah, something like that. Didn't you sense the vibe or something like that? And Lance's response was like, yeah, but still wasn't sure.
Right, he was locked in. It was all business for him. I like that about him. It seems like he has a maturity about him. I like that. When I watched his press conference and I listened to him talk, instantly I got Fred Warner vibes. Serious, mature, nice. Not combative, but also not like laughy, not jokey. I seem like he seemed like the kind of guy you would like.
The one thing about him that if you go back to when you're talking with Brett back at the beginning of this whole process, and he was talking about the quarterbacks, right? Mm-hmm. And if you remember, one of the reasons he liked Patrick Mahomes, I'm not saying he's Patrick Mahomes, but one of the reasons he liked Patrick Mahomes is because Patrick Mahomes' dad had been a professional baseball player. He'd been in that environment and all those kind of things. Well, Trey Lance's dad was a professional, had made it. He didn't really make it in the NFL, but he was in the training camp with the 49ers in 1994. So he's got that background. He's got that portion of it, that background kind of helped guide him throughout this whole process. And I think that really is playing a role of it. The only thing that I'd be worried about is just the fact that I keep seeing a million tweets now with ads from Trey Lance, but that's not that big of a deal, really.
Well, you got to get that money somehow.
I understand. Yeah. I did like him coming out in the shades. That was pretty nice.
I liked it with no socks too, and the bow tie. It was very stylish. Luis says, you think Jimmy G is traded tomorrow? I don't. I think first of all, where would he go?
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of places left for him to go now, right?
No.
I don't,
not New England, not Denver, not Chicago, maybe Washington, But no, I think the Niners, there's more value to keep him. His value is obviously low. It's at the Teddy Bridgewater level. That doesn't help the Niners. And you don't know if Trey Lance is ready to go. He might be. He might not be. You don't know. You'll find out, and just keep Jimmy a little bit while until you know. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Martin says, told you about Lance, slated to the Chargers. Martin, man, great to say. He's a Cohn phone vet. We're going to start the Cohn phone a little bit, but appreciate you. Alexander Hooker says Lance will be the best in 4 years. Lance would have been the number one overall if he was next year's draft. Go Niners. Also, he might have been number one overall if the pandemic hadn't hit and he could have played the whole season. He was a very difficult evaluation.
Yeah, and imagine, they had Oregon on their schedule too, so that would have, if he'd gone up and played well against Oregon that would definitely would have been a step up. That would have definitely ramped up his value.
Okay. What will Trey Lance bring to the 49ers in 2021? Good question.
I really hope they try to start him day one.
Me too. He's got to earn it, but I think he can. I've seen Jimmy Garoppolo in training camp. It's not pretty. Jerron says Kyle didn't look pleased at the press conference knowing he wanted Mac Jones. I didn't read it that way, but I guess we'll find out. It seemed to me like he might like Mac Jones more than Trey Lance, but he genuinely seemed to like Trey Lance. I don't know. My dad's a better judge of these things than me. He wasn't there. I don't know. But honestly, at the same time, Kyle is a terrible poker face. If you'd know it. Tim says, would you guys take Mac at 12, keeping 2 future first? Oh, that's a great question. I think I know what Jack would say.
Yeah, that would. I mean, I don't mind the trades as what they gave up as much. But yeah, if Mac Jones, if he knew he was gonna fall at 12, that would have been a perfect spot. I would have. That's what I said all along, right? I wouldn't have traded up for him.
Yeah. Look, I just feel like if Kyle really has the conviction, like, look, Trey Lance is special and I can make him great, go for it, man. Go for it. Who am I to say you're wrong? Yeah, go for it.
And that's really where I am at the end of the day with this whole thing. Is I wanted him to get his guy. Now we can judge him moving forward.
Someone just gave me $100. Hold on. Chewy says Kyle did mention himself being traded if the offer was right in the presser. Thoughts? Yeah, man. We've been saying that. He's like, hey, if I could bring the team 3 first-round picks, they should trade me now. Like, yeah, that's the league. There's nothing personal, man. That's actually a compliment. All right. Hold on. I'm getting to UK. Just a second. Dude, this is crazy, man. I told you this was going to happen. I started dying when Kyle was answering your question. It looked like he was holding a smile. And he definitely didn't say my name. But John Lynch did. Gotta love it. Bay Area 925 says, do we need to sign another deep threat for Lance? Don't forget about Travis Benjamin. But
I don't think so.
Trevon Grimes. Day 3.
Yes.
Raymond Martinez says now it's time to pay Warner, and if Lance is successful, the Niners will have long-term success for the foreseeable future. Yeah, I mean, if Lance is successful, him and Warner will be the pillars of this team for a long time. Yeah, pay Warner. Thank you. Kid T says Trey April was a fun month of Cohn Zone phone. Respect. Thank you very much. I feel like I should do something exciting like jump up and down or a cartwheel, but I can't do any of that. So I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Very nice. Very generous. Man, I feel like, it's because I personally delivered Trey Lance to the bank. It's going to be Mac Jones, but I stepped in. I'm sorry. Do you think Trey will be the next Brady since Jimmy learned from Brady and better than Brady? Boy, he doesn't exactly have the Brady skill set. We're talking more along the lines of a John Elway, Steve Young, Josh Allen kind of a skill set. If it works out.
Something like that.